Hello everyone and welcome to episode number 3 of my game development series. This week I made the first 3D models for my game. The majority of it is going to take place in the sewers, and just by saying that you can probably already guess the genre and what the story will be about. Talking about story, last week I got a comment asking if I could give the main storyline. I'll do that at the end of this video, so definitely keep watching. I had to make 3D models of a sewer, but before I started with that, I first made some sketches on paper. These are all top views of the modular pieces that will make up the sewer. I've got intersections, corners, straight pieces and some special pieces. The white area is where the water is supposed to flow, and the grey area is a walkway. I then went ahead and created these drawings in Blender. So I've got my intersections, my straight pieces and some special pieces. And of course this is the floor plane that actually moves beneath this and creates this little place where the water goes. The next thing was to create the roofs for the sewer. They look like this. There's a roof for every single piece over here. And of course you gotta look at them from below. When I was making these large pieces, I felt they were a bit too large, so I decided to also create some smaller corridors. And of course I got the straight pieces, some intersections, and then this conversion piece which converts from the large sewers I created over here to these small corridors. I also made a bunch of other things like these pipes and valves, some signs, a grate, a staircase, some gates, and of course walls. Since all of these pieces are modular, it's quite easy to create an entire sewer, so let's quickly do that. I'm gonna add another piece here. I'm gonna grab a roof and position it right here. Maybe extrude that there. Then we're gonna take a wall, rotate it on the z-axis 90 degrees, duplicate it, move that one right there. Of course there is a floor that is missing. Shift D, grab it, move it over here. Maybe we also want a little gate and move it in there. Oops. And voila, we've got ourselves a little sewer. Once I had all my models, I still had to give them some color, and since I already did it, I can simply switch it on by clicking a little button. All of these colors are actually sitting in a single texture, which is 256 by 256 pixels. Each color tile is 8 by 8 pixels, meaning that I have a total of 1024 colors. The advantage of having every color in a single texture is that if I'm not happy with the color of, let's say, this walkway over here, I can go into texture paint mode, select a fill tool, choose a lovely green color and just hit this little button here, and as you can see the walkway has become green. However, let's just quickly undo that because it is ugly. Also, don't worry too much about the current colors because I am colorblind. It basically means that I can see colors, just not the correct ones. I always tell people who ask me about it that when I look at my garden, the grass looks orange, trees look red, and the sky looks blue. Apparently that last one is correct, or at least when the weather is good. With the models finished, all that was left to do was to export them from Blender to Unity. And luckily, that process couldn't be easier. All you have to do is follow these simple steps. Select the object you want to export. Apply the rotation and scale. Move the object to the world's origin. Remove any unwanted materials. Copy the name of the object and use it as the name of its mesh. Go to File, Export, FBX. Spend an hour figuring out what these settings mean, or use my settings. Use the name of the object as file name. Click Export FBX. Open Unity. Import the model you just exported. Open the inspector. Spend another hour figuring out what these settings mean, or use my settings once more. Click Apply. And we're done. As I said, just a few simple steps. If even these few steps are too much for you, you can always write a little Python and C# script to automate everything. Which is exactly what I did, because I had to repeat that 50 more times. As promised, I would talk very briefly about the story, so let's do that now. At the beginning of the game, there's going to happen something that causes 2 police officers to enter the sewers. As a player, you control one of them and the other one will just follow you around. At the beginning of the story, they'll just conduct their investigation, but as the story moves forward, strange or even supernatural events will start to unfold. And yes, this is going to be a scary game, or at least I'll try to make it scary. There might also be a jump scare, or 2 or 3 or even more in it. I know all of that was a bit vague, but I'll definitely give away more and more pieces of the story throughout my development log series. Anyways, that was it for this week. Next week I'm going to do a bunch of stuff, including some level design. If you don't want to miss that video, make sure you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon. If you enjoyed this video, then please give it a thumbs up and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.